Hello, everybody. It is Friday, and that means it's a Quarantine Quarters Day. It's the first Friday of the month. Welcome back to those who have been here before, and welcome for the first time for those who haven't been here before. We are going to read another 3 brand new plays for you. My name is Ellen Shearer. I am a co-founder of Green Buffalo Productions. With me today is not Maddie, but one of our lovely regular Green Buffalo Productions participants, so actors, writers, and today co-host Emily Bystrak. Introduce
Hello.
yourself. Yay!
Hi, I am Emily Bystrak. It's nice to be co-hosting with you, Ellen. I'm so excited to help you put on these plays.
Woo! All right. Well, we're going to get to it. So just before we get into all the stuff, I'm going to do a couple more things. Mainly shout out Zach Hattrick for helping us with the video as always, and just generally being the best guy, making sure my computer doesn't blow up, and doing lots of fun stuff with me, teaching me how to edit video and how to not give up on video editing and sound editing and learning new things every day. And then Layla, who is not here today, but she is with us a lot of the time. She's one of our other producers, and she does so much for us as well. So just wanted to shout out those 2 people because they're the best. And then before we get into the reading of the plays, just wanted to talk about the Patreon a little bit. We have a Patreon with a couple different levels at patreon.com/Green Buffalo Productions, where we have a few things. We will have a new radio drama called Almost Paradise. It's coming down the pike at some point. Maddie's putting some finishing touches on it. We're doing readings. Basically, it's kind of a cross between The Bachelor and a murder mystery show. So if you asked me, I think The Bachelor was already a murder show, but I don't watch that show. So we don't know. I don't know. It could go that way any day, I think.
No confirmed murders on The Bachelor, I'm pretty sure.
I think they might keep it under wraps. I don't know if somebody hasn't got I don't know. But right now we have Emerald Terrace, 2018 Emerald Terrace, which is a radio series, drama, comedy, everything in between, that features all different kinds of writers and voice actors. They're all in this fictional place called 2018 Emerald Terrace, and we get to learn new stories every month. That is at the $5 level. And also Maddie, our co-founder I mentioned previously, she produces that radio series as well as conducts Elevator Talk, which are monthly interviews with either a director, a writer, an actor in that episode, and that's at the $10 a month level. A few more things we've got going on. We will give you a poetry postcard, personalized and handmade, if you are at the $15 a month level. We also have a script of the month that either Maddie or myself or the 2 of us together will write. I believe that is at the $25 a month level. And then a couple new things that we started doing recently. We realized that, we all listen to a bazillion podcasts, so why don't we just start a couple ourselves? We started one called Buffalo Ghostlight, which is led by Layla and Zach. That's actually kind of on a hiatus right now, because again, I'm going to talk about a bazillion things that we're doing, and so we just want to do the best that we can, and we're going to come back to that one in a little bit. But basically, that's talking about all sorts of different things relating to theater, from superstitions to trying to make it through the pandemic. That's on all the places that you can find podcasts. So that's not just on the Patreon, but we do release it there as well for free. And then Zach and I run a podcast called Celluloid Stage, where we talk about all sorts of movie adaptations. So adaptations from books, from previous films, from stage shows, from musicals, and then, things that we like Star Wars. And now I'm going to make him watch The Hunger Games. So we'll get there. So we have a tier for that at $1 a month, and then we also release bonus episodes, For example, we have an In the Heights episode, and we decided to take a quiz to figure out if Zach knew the lyrics, if they came from Hamilton or if they came from In the Heights. And both of us did kind of poorly. I'm upset at myself. And yeah, that's okay. It's from BuzzFeed, and I hate BuzzFeed now. So the story is BuzzFeed makes me mad. And then one last thing, actually two last things to mention. We have a spooky one-act play festival that, thank goodness, we're going to be back in person for this year. And we have we are open for submissions right now. So work on those spooky 10-page plays if you are a Western New York writer. And submit that by the end of the month. The guidelines are on this slide. Plus, I'm going to start ramping up the advertisements for those on all of our social platforms and stuff. So basically, just make it a simple thing to produce, but make it spooky or Halloween or fall themed. 1 to 3 characters, and plays are due Friday, August 13th. Friday the 13th, so lucky, you know. Just send those. We have a form that you can send those through. Just make sure it's in a PDF format. If you have any questions, just email us. We'll help you through whatever it is. Even if you want us to look at it beforehand, we'll do that. I know a couple people have done that already. Also, we have a film that we're working on, a short film. The second shoot is coming up pretty soon. We are going to be shooting in Cheektowaga and Fredonia. So if anybody listening that is in the Western New York area and wants to be an extra for that, the more the merrier on that. And just, again, email us at greenbuffaloproductions@gmail.com if you did want to do that. We can't pay you to be an extra, but you will be fed. So just know that you'll get like a sandwich or whatever. I'll take a poll. We'll figure it out. And then, yeah, if you have any kind of play that you're working on or screenplay or creative anything, pretty much, I don't want to put a limit on it, throw that into the Buffalo Theater Workshop Gmail, because we like to meet once a month and help writers improve on their skill, kind of get their stuff ready for production. So yeah, if you have anything that you're working on, from 5-minute plays, 10-minute plays to a full-length musical, we'd love to read through it and help you get it to the next step. So, okay, I think that's all the stuff that we're doing right now somehow. And let's get to the quarantine quarters. Right before we read these plays, let's actually shout out those patrons I was talking about. Emily's got a list for me.
That's right. I have a list here of the coolest people. If you want to join this list, I think you only need to pledge as little as $5 a month.
It's actually $1 a month now.
Oh, it's $1 a month now? Excuse me. That's a steal. You're losing money on this deal. You should become a patron if you're not already. So let me read off this list of the coolest people. We've got Alexander Ganzenmuller, Alyssa Grace Adams, Ariella Lusterman, Brian Shearer, Chris Barker, Chris Barnard, David Wojsaki, Derry Howell, Deanna Hariluk, Doug Zinger, Elizabeth Pope, Emily Bystrak, Emma English, Jillian Burley, JP Gennaro, Juliet Edwards, Catherine Schwebka, Kayla Ruman, Kelly Booth, Chrissy Henderson, Lauren Walford, Leslie Lusterman, Lori Mara, Pete Sheldon, Ryan Henberger, Sarah Emmerling, Sarah Henderson, Scott Seifritz, Sean Sheeky, Lexi St. Blair, Steve Hattrick, Susan Miles, Wayne Conover, and Zach Hattrick.
Zach's trying to pay himself. I see how it is. It's good stuff, all right, so we are going to get started. Thank you so much for reading all those lovely names off. Oh my gosh, I almost called you Lex because I was looking at the list. All right, so this is Better Than Normal by Hannah Lee DeFrates. So Hannah had to use a couple different things. She had to use the dialogue. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Yes, yes, I was in a mood when I submitted that line. The next line is, not to be cliche, but you look like you just saw a ghost. Is it weird that I'm attracted to his neck? Gross. And then the props were a cape, a glass jar filled with dark liquid, a jack-o'-lantern light, and then she had to choose one of the following settings: an entrance hall, an empty bar, or a classroom. And I believe she went with an empty bar. So without further ado, I'm going to make sure that we have our lovely actors for today, Sam and Sarah. Let me hear you say, hey.
Hey.
Love it. Okay. Well, let's get started. Better than normal. Halloween night lights up on the interior of Leo's Bar and Grill. There is a glowing jack-o'-lantern in the center of each table and a few haphazard decorations here and there. Probably afterthoughts. The bar is practically empty, except for a few customers. Oh dear. Coquelicot sits alone at a table wearing a cape and a witch's hat. She writes intently in a notebook. She looks up as Alex enters, dressed as a ghost. As they approach, she shuts the book and smiles.
Hey! Not to be cliche, but you look like you just saw a ghost. It's good to see you. It's been so long, like a whole day.
You're late.
Or maybe you're early.
You're late.
Dang, okay, you got me.
And your little dog, too.
I get it, because you're, yeah, nice.
Alex sits down across from Coquelicot.
You don't mind, but, I ordered for you.
She points to a glass jar on the table at Alex's spot, filled with an unspecified dark liquid. She has one as well.
What is it?
A secret surprise.
That frightens me.
Woo!
Seriously, what is it?
Honestly, I don't know. It was the special. I didn't ask what was in it.
Ah, so you're saying we might die.
Perhaps.
Alrighty then.
On 3?
Nah, everyone always goes on 3. Let's go on 7.
Okay, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we die, we die!
Start with me!
7!
Alex and Coquelicot both sip their drink.
Actually pretty good.
Yeah, I peed in it.
What?
No, not really.
They sip their drink. Coquelicot drums her fingers on her notebook.
What you got there?
She flashes the cover of her notebook.
Ah, should have known. Are you ever gonna show me what's in that book?
Coquelicot tucks the notebook in her purse.
Maybe someday.
A couple comes into the restaurant in matching plague doctor costumes. Coquelicot glares as they pass her. Remembering where she is, she looks down at her drink.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, fine.
You sure? Because you seem a little...
Yeah, all good.
So, how was work tonight?
Busy. So how was work tonight?
Busy, but good.
I bet. I mean, the Arbor's the only cafe open this late. And their Halloween stuff is kind of the best.
Yeah, Penny and Cece really go all out. This year, for the annual costume contest, Penny dressed up as her sister.
Oh dear.
Well, it was really just a witch costume with a bad wig, but dang if it wasn't accurate.
Oh gosh. Gotta love the, what is it? Arbor Halloween extravaganza.
Yeah. I actually was surprised that you wanted to come here tonight instead, because we usually...
Well, I was thinking we could probably go later if you wanted to. But, I thought you might want to get a drink at a place you don't work at for a change.
Okay, well, cheers! So...
Uh-oh. So?
What are you thinking about right now?
What do you mean?
Like, at this very minute, what is going on inside your head?
Oh, gosh. Can't we ever have a normal conversation?
We're not normal individuals, my dear Coquelicot. So, no. I don't believe we're capable.
All right. Well, since we all know my head is really just a hollowed-out beehive, I guess I'd say there's really just a lot of buzzing going on up in there right now.
Sounds legit. No, but really, I'm curious. What's the first thing on your mind right now?
Is this a survey?
Come on.
The very first thing, even if it's lame?
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. Survey says I'm kind of stressed.
Oh no, why?
I have this big paper due on Monday and I haven't even started it.
What? This is the first?
Alex!
Madam Dean's List procrastinated. Oh, the horror.
Stop.
What's it on?
Hamlet.
Oh, that's so basic. This is for Henry's class, right?
Yeah, Professor Orange.
No one calls him that. You know you can just call him Henry.
Well, it's different for you. He's your manager's husband, so...
Yeah, but I took his class last semester. He really doesn't care for all that professor blah, 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 blah. And when you talk like that, you just sound like a freshman.
But it just feels so disrespectful to call a teacher by their first name.
Okay, whatever, weirdo. But hey, anyway, wasn't Hamlet like a big procrastinator? You could say it was a choice.
Listen, I planned to write it earlier.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna start it last night.
Oh?
But someone decided to force me to hang out in the basement all night while they tried to teach me how to do laundry like a normal person.
You're a junior in college. You should know how to use a washing machine.
I know. I mean, it makes sense in my head, but something about it just seems wrong. I mean...
what old chrysanthemum and daffodil don't know won't kill him.
Trying to say that to their faces and see what happens.
Is that a dare?
No, Alex, seriously. My mom and dad think you're cool. Please don't screw that up.
Coquelicot, have I ever been anything but respectful to your parents? Did I ever once tell them their irrational fear of washing machines is old-fashioned?
I mean, no.
I rest my case.
She rolls her eyes.
And since when do you care of what your parents think of me?
Coquelicot blushes, biting her lip, and looks away.
Well, it's like, I mean, that's kind of why I wanted to hang out tonight with just us. I wanted to,
You wanted to...
I wanted to give you something.
Okay, what?
Coquelicot reaches into her purse. Alex gasps playfully.
A glimpse of your notebook, perhaps?
No, you're not ready for that just yet. But this is for you.
She passes a folded piece of paper across the table. Alex unfolds it and smiles.
You wrote me a poem?
I don't know how to say what I wanted to say, so I put it my way.
Alex takes a moment to read the poem. When they look up, the expression on their face is beautiful.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, are you kidding me? I was going to tell you, eventually. I was going to wait until Valentine's Day. I mean, I thought that's when people normally...
You're not normal individuals, my dear Alex.
You're right.
Besides, Halloween has its merits.
Like?
They share a moment.
Richter trait.
Wait, are we about to kiss? Or am I just bad at social cues?
Yes.
Yes, I'm bad at communicating, or yes, you're giving me consent to kiss you, or...
Just kiss me, you idiot!
They do, but as they embrace across the table, Alex's arm bumps their drink and spills all over them.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No, it was all me. I should not be trusted around open liquids.
Coquelicot passes Alex napkins as they attempt to clean up the spilled drink.
Oh, you're wearing white.
It's fine, makes my costume less basic anyway.
Okay, sure, but it's gonna stain.
Not if we throw it in the washing machine.
Aha.
Coquelicot rolls her eyes, but she's smiling. They're both smiling. End of play, and happy Halloween. Thank you so much, Sarah and Sam, for reading that. That was really fun. And thank you, Hannah, for writing it. All right. Next play is Initiation. However, we have a list to read.
Yes, before we can get to this wonderful next play, we have to thank the people that make this all possible. And just as a reminder, for as low as $1 a month, you can be on this list of the coolest people around. So let me again thank Alexander Ganselmuller, Alyssa Grace Adams, Ariella Lusterman, Brian Shearer, Chris Barker, Chris Barnard, David Wysocki, Barry Howell, Deanna Hariluk, Doug Singer, Elizabeth Pope, Emily Bystrak, Emma English, Jillian Burley, J.P. Gennaro, Juliet Edwards, Catherine Schwebke, Kayla Ruman, Kelly Bluth, Christy Henderson, Lauren Walford, Leslie Lusterman, Lori Mara, Pete Sheldon, Ryan Henberger, Sarah Emmerling, Sarah Henderson, Scott Seifritz, Sean Sheikey, Lex St. Blair, Steve Hattrick, Susan Miles, Wayne Conover, and Zach Hattrick.
Woo! All right, let me set you up here. We've got Initiation by Adam Richter. And by the way, again, just $1 a month. That is less than a Starbucks drink. I'll tell you that. And you get bonus episodes by Zach and me just talking about film or what we hate about films or what we like about it. So it's different every time. Anyway, okay. Initiation by Adam Richter. We have a couple different people on this one as well. We have Sarah Hill playing Drusella. My goodness. I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That was embarrassing to mess that up. All right. And then Gavin playing Trevor. And then Mickey played by Sam Hill. All right.
An empty bar. Lights up on Drusilla, standing over a supine Trevor, who appears to be dead. He wakes up.
What happened?
Arise, my nocturnal pupil. You are now in the thrall of my command. You slept the slumber of the damned, but now I awaken you.
Oh. Okay.
He looks around.
Not to be cliche, but you look like you just saw a ghost.
Color reflects the light of the moon, the only true light that sustains us.
Do you mind telling me where I am?
You are in my lair, young novice.
Huh.
I am Drusilla, your savior and master.
Drusilla? It's a funny name. What are you, a vampire?
Precisely. And now...
She does some kind of dramatic flourish.
So are you.
Wait. Really?
I have given you the vampire's kiss this very night. Soon you, like me, will feast on the blood of the living.
Oh. Neat.
You seem troubled.
Well, it's just...
I have given you the coveted gift of immortality.
Yeah, no, thanks. It's just... I was gonna go to a Fall Out Boy concert next week with my friends.
You fool! What need do you have of mortal experiences now that you are a creature of the night?
I know, but this would have been my 5th time, and I was planning to finally get a t-shirt.
Of the human world no longer matter to you.
Trevor looks at her pleadingly.
Fine. Here, have a cape.
She tosses him a cape. He tries it on.
Wicked.
You must have questions.
Oh my gosh, so many.
I will allow you 3.
3? Really?
Do not let that be your first one.
Oh, no. No, okay. Okay, I got one. How old are you?
I am over 1,000 years old. In life, I was the daughter of a baron. He married me off to an older duke who saw me as nothing more than a vessel for his son and heir. One night, a bat flew into my window, and I was getting ready for bed. It bit me, transformed me into the form you see now. I immediately thirsted for blood. When the duke called for me, I climbed into his bed and drained him of all his blood. I feasted on his flesh, and it was delicious, but it did not satisfy me. I have been looking for satisfaction ever since.
Well, that answers my next 3 questions.
I thought it important that you know.
So, will you ever find satisfaction?
My hunger has gone unabated for a millennium.
I guess I have one last question, don't I?
Correct.
Why me? I mean, why turn me into a vampire instead of just killing me?
To die from the vampire's kiss is a most painful death. You would feel the life's force flowing out of you, full of agony until the last drop. But you, my dear boy, did not deserve that fate. You have real spirit. Spirit that deserves to last throughout the ages.
Trevor is at a loss for words.
Well, thanks.
He starts to look around.
Was this the bar where I was before you bit me?
The same.
Huh. Neat trick.
What do you mean?
I mean, setting up shop at a bar, big crowds at night, loose inhibitions, and in a college town like Whiteberry Plains, must make a killing. Oh man, did you see what I did there? I just got that.
I'm short. We need to make preparations for your final transformation.
Oh, is this where I learn to turn into a bat? No offense, but I'd rather be something cool, like a wolf. Can I be a wolf?
No.
She goes behind the bar, produces a jar of dark liquid.
That, some kind of potion?
You must drink this before the sun arises.
Oof, the big jar.
Drink it. Consume it. Let it fill you up.
Are you gonna tell me what it is?
It's human blood.
Ew.
My dear boy.
I'm sorry, but I can't do it. Isn't there a vegetarian option for vampires?
You no longer deserve or have a choice. If you don't drink this, you will start to waste away. You will starve until the dawn. When the sun rises, you will burn with the intensity of 1,000,000 fires. It will be agony.
I don't want to.
This is the bargain you made.
Oh, hold on. I didn't make any bargain. You made the bargain for me.
You want eternal life, don't you? Or would you rather you suffered the same fate as your friend? What was his name? Chucky?
We were going to Fallout Boy together.
Our time is running short, my boy. If you want to join the ranks of the immortals, you must consume this. Acquire the taste for human blood. It will make you strong. Stronger than you have ever known.
I don't like this. I didn't sign up for any of it.
You sought me out, remember?
Is that what happened?
He pauses, trying to remember.
Why would I have done that?
You came in here this evening with Chucky. I heard you talk about living to 500 years old.
That makes no sense.
And I offered it to you, to both of you. Your companion was not as hardy. He panicked, so I gave him a merciful way out.
Chucky's dead?
He is. But you, my dear boy, are alive. Now you can fulfill your dream.
I remember now. We were talking about space travel, about whether humans would ever visit other planets. We just joked about wanting to be alive to see it.
Well, it is no longer a joke.
It was a dumb barroom conversation. No one is ever serious when they talk about space travel over beers.
Do not fret. The pain of human misery will ebb once you finish this drink. Drink it.
My friend is dead. All because I thought this bar looked like a cool place to grab a drink.
My boy.
She tries to comfort him, but it's awkward because she is a vampire and thus does not know how.
There was so much more I wanted to do.
Think of all the things you can do now.
I've still never been to Japan.
You have the greatest gift anyone could possess, and yet you cling to earthly desires? I should finish you off.
She moves to attack him. Trevor retreats.
No, wait.
Drusella freezes.
I'll do it.
Trevor goes towards the drink on the bar. He stares at it, then looks at Drusella.
Immortality?
Immortality!
I really don't want to burn with the intensity of a million fires.
He drinks it down, then wipes his mouth with his sleeve.
Oh, wait. Is that what the capes are for?
Welcome, dear... I'm sorry, what was her name again?
Trevor.
Welcome, dear Trevor, to the army of the night.
Now what?
One more task awaits. You need to find a living victim.
Is there a list? Or should I pick someone at random?
As you astutely discovered, we are in an apt location. Now we just wait. Get behind the bar.
He does.
Now what?
The door opens. Mickey enters, holding a plastic jack-o'-lantern.
You guys still open?
Welcome! What do you desire?
Oh, I'm on a Halloween scavenger hunt. I need to get a coaster from a bar. Do you have any?
Right this way.
She leads him to the bar, where Mickey sits. He looks around, checking the place out.
I don't think I've ever been here before. Didn't it used to be a dry cleaner's?
Quietly, to Drusella.
What do I do? Kill him?
Of course not. You can't arouse suspicion.
So what do I do?
Serve him a drink, of course.
Hey, can I get you something?
You know what? I'll have a beer.
He looks at the empty jar.
What kind of cocktail is that?
Oh, you didn't like it. One beer coming up.
He pulls Drusella aside.
What is the matter?
Do I have to do this?
You need to feast. He looks as tasty as anyone.
I know, but he seems like such a nice guy.
That is not your concern.
Yeah, but...
He pauses as a new thought comes to him.
Is it weird that I'm attracted to his neck?
No, not weird. It is in your nature.
Huh.
You know what? I don't need that beer. If I could just grab a couple of those coasters...
He takes a stack off the bar and puts them in his bucket.
Here you go.
No, I don't want it.
But you already ordered it.
But I didn't pay for it.
I poured it, though. Now it'll just go to waste.
Give it to another customer.
He looks around.
Wait, we have some special coasters in the back.
These are good.
No, trust me, they're worth it.
Stop delaying. Lure him in and make the kill.
I'm trying. Hey, Mickey, can I see what you picked up so far?
Sure.
Trevor comes around the bar, stands behind Mickey, and gets ready to bite. He hesitates.
Yes, my pupil.
Well, here's a bottle opener from the Dubliner. This is a tassel from the Peekaboo Lounge. Don't ask me how I got that. This is a glow stick.
Trevor puts his hands on Mickey's shoulders and gets ready to bite.
What are you doing?
What? Oh,
No offense, but you're kind of giving me the creeps.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I give myself the creeps.
I better go.
Don't you want the special coasters?
Nope, I'm fine.
He exits quickly.
You fool!
I couldn't. He's on a scavenger hunt.
Never had I had a pupil fail on the first night. You are a disgrace, Trevor of Whiteberry Plains.
Some people don't deserve to die.
And many do. You are not in a position to choose.
I thought I was. Isn't that the point of being a vampire?
You are testing my patience. The dawn will be here soon, and we must sleep.
I'm sorry. I will do better.
You are running out of time if you want to survive the night.
Trevor thinks. Finally, he comes up with an answer.
Hang on. I have an idea.
He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket and calls a number.
Logan. Hey, it's Trevor. Listen, I know it's been a while since we've caught up. Yeah, a funny joke about you banging my mom. Uh-huh. Hey, are you back from your ski trip? Great, let's go get a beer. I know a great place. I'm there now, actually.
He looks around.
Sure, it's filled with smoking hotties. I'm talking to 2 right now. Yeah, they're twins. Great. I'll text you the address. See you in a few minutes.
He hangs up.
What was all that about?
I'm just getting delivery.
A door opens. Trevor smiles knowingly at Drusella. She smiles back and moves behind the bar. Trevor gets a table and waits, twiddling his thumbs. Blackout.
Oh, that's so fun with all those different voices. I love it. Thank you so much for reading, guys, and thank you for writing, Adam Richter. Yay! Okay, so we have one more play to get through today. Another new writer from out of state, Jason Iannone. I think that's how you would say that. Hopefully, I got it right. But before we move on, Emily has a lovely list to read, and actually, there's a new patron. Did you see in the chat?
No, let me take a peek. Let's see. We got a new one just joining in. Somebody listened that they were losing money not being a patron. Here we go.
It's Gavin. He was reading and also giving us money at the same time.
Wow, look at this is a first. I think this is like the first mid play read pledge
in a while. I
Don't
think
give me too much credit. I didn't do it while reading. It was while I was listening to this. I'm not that, I can't multitask. That's what I was doing when my scene partner was talking. No, just kidding. I was present.
We believe you. Well, that's wonderful. That's so exciting. So I will be sure to read your name as well. And if we want to talk about names that we might not be saying correctly, I have a whole list of them. So if you'd like to be a patron just like Gavin, please pledge as little as $1 a month or as many as $1 million if you have it to Green Buffalo Productions. And so let me read our lovely patrons. We have Alexander Ganzenmuller, Alyssa Grace Adams, Ariella Lusterman, Brian Shearer, Chris Sparker, Chris Bernard, David Wysocki, Gary Howell, Deanna Hariluk, Doug Zinger, Elizabeth Pope, Emily Bystrak, Emma English, Jillian Burley, J.P. Denaro, Juliet Edwards, Catherine Schwebke, Kayla Rubin, Kelly Bluth, Christy Henderson, Lauren Waleford, Leslie Lusterman, Lori Mara, Pete Sheldon, Ryan Henberger, Sarah Emmerling, Sarah Henderson, Scott Seafried, Sean Sheeky, Lexi St. Blair, Steve Hattrick, Susan Miles, Wayne Conover, Zach Hattrick, and brand new, Gavin Gray.
Woo! All right. Here we go into the last play. And something I forgot to do at the top of this was share my little social justice document that I put together last month for Pride. I've just been adding a couple things to it. Basically everything on here and more. This is not an exhaustive list. Just trying to do our due diligence and making sure that we're continuing to educate ourselves and others on all important things such as disability, more Disability Pride Month is actually this month, so learning more about that, LGBTQIA rights, Canada's residential schools, which I don't know if any of you have been paying attention to what's going on there, but please check it out. Kind of a long history of some really gross stuff going on up north in terms of our Indigenous brothers and sisters, two of which are reading with us today. Thank you, Sam and Sarah. We love you. And then what's going on with Israel and Palestine? Love you. What's going on with Israel and Palestine? Don't ask me personally. Look it up because I don't know. And then Black Lives Matter, as well as Asian American education, and just, anything else that you might want to throw my way, and I'll look it over and put it on this list. Please let me know, and I'll do that. Again, always trying to educate ourselves and others on, how to reach equality and make things as inclusive as possible. So with that soapbox out of the way, hopefully you can't hear my cat screaming in the background, but if you can, it's new and fun. It's always happening.
Thank you for your feedback, Chester.
Yes, thank you very much. I know you want to leave, but you can't.
Important.
All right. Very important. He is included. Anyway. You First by Jason Iannone. Oh my gosh, I hope it's right. All right, so we have Gavin coming back in to play Peter Stumpp, and Sarah Hill playing Dorcas Kelley. And I'm thinking that that's supposed to be funny on purpose. We'll find out. All right.
That's your name, I think. Dorcas is.
I love it. Anyway.
All right. Proudly Dorcas.
I love it. Okay. All right. You first. We open in an old garage. Peter and Dorcas are observing the offstage young adults who have summoned them. They are unaware that this has happened.
Too bad they have to die. They look so happy.
Pretty stupid to me. After all these years and all those hauntings, people still screw with Ouija boards? It's like they want their little party to end early and gruesomely.
You're my partner today?
Seems that way. Not sure why, but I suppose the boss has his reasons. Dorcas, by the way.
Peter. Charmed. You don't look so hot.
Funny. I look this way because I was literally hot. Bastards burned me alive however many centuries ago, and you're one to talk. You look like complete death.
Apropos, since I am, and so are you. But no, I didn't leave the world peacefully either. Bastards, perhaps related to your bastards, ripped my flesh from my body, broke my limbs, then cut off my head.
At least the boss gave you your head back. Too bad he neglected the skin.
I'm used to it. Most days I barely even feel my frayed nerves crying out in utter agony.
So who are they? Devil worshippers, occultists? Or just dumbasses who should have spent their game night playing Cards Against Humanity?
And now they're about to lose their humanity. But I don't think they're evil.
How do you know?
It just seems so normal. Not to mention amateurish. See this?
He grabs a red candle and matches.
This is what they set up as part of their little ceremony. Name one ghost who's actually appeared because someone lit a candle. See? Watch.
He lights it.
Calling all ghosts. Hey, Can you help us out? There's 4 of them and 2 of us. Could use some more ghosts. See? Nothing.
And yet, we're here. So clearly they did something right.
Wouldn't call it right. More like tragically accidental. They started chanting Atrox Catus Historia Pariet, some Latin gaga. It roughly translates to bring forth terrible murderers from history. I guess rough was close enough for the boss to offer them to us.
They start chanting ominous Latin stuff that they don't understand around a Ouija board!
The living are idiots. You should know you were one.
One what? Living or idiot?
I don't know. I died long before you. But the people who killed me were idiots. I presume the people who killed you were. And these 4 most definitely are. They probably heard a bit of Latin from a movie and just had to parrot it. It's like all those people who get Chinese letter tattoos and they swear it means love for all when it actually means my dog pooped and I ate it.
Oh, these 4 didn't summon poop, they summoned murder ghosts. And they don't even know it. Do they not sense our presence?
Based on what they're smoking, I don't think they sense much of anything.
Unreal. Such amateurs. This is the worst version of the Scooby-Doo gang I ever did see. Well, we might as well get the job over with.
Ow. They look like they're just starting to have fun.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're sensing things now. Good things by the looks of it.
My, they are getting into it. Takes me back.
Back to what?
My life. I ran a brothel in Ireland. I saw this all the time. But it never gets old.
Calls to the orgy who still can't hear or see them.
Hey, you're cute. God damn it.
I miss being able to do that. If I tried that on you, I'd just float right through you.
Well, that's the worst pickup line ever.
Only because it didn't work. Oh! Want to know another reason I know these kids were non-evil morons?
Dorcas is barely paying attention in favor of watching the orgy.
Sure.
This.
He grabs a bag of marshmallows.
Name one evil seance that involves fluffy, sticky, delicious treats. Sure wish I could taste these.
Another thing you miss?
Definitely. Ironic, since eating is one of the reasons they killed me.
What, did you steal ham from the king?
Now, how would I have become a murder ghost if that was my crime? No, they said I ate people.
Huh.
14 kids, plus 2 unborn fetuses they say I ripped from their mother's wombs. Because I was a werewolf, you see.
Were you? And did you?
Most definitely not. I was just the wrong guy and the wrong time. They needed a patsy to pin a ton of unsolved murders on, and as a Protestant among hardcore Catholics, who better than old Peter? Didn't help that they found a wolf's severed paw, and you may have noticed that I'm missing a hand. Even an idiot can put 2 and 2 together.
Dorcas is focusing on the sexy young adults and not Peter.
Probably didn't help that I told them that I did it.
How would you do that?
They were going to torture me. Strap me to the wheel, break my bones until I either confessed or died. So I confessed before they could do anything. I said I was a werewolf and that I ate the children. Called their hearts dainty morsels, I did. I just didn't want them to hurt me.
Dorcas looks over at Peter's filleted broken body.
The good that did you?
Right. All right. You now know the story of Peter Stumpp, the werewolf of Bedburg, Germany. It's only fair that I learn more about fair Dorcas.
Stumpp? How poetic. That's like calling me Dorcas doggy style. They didn't, by the way. I was Darky Kelley, Madam Extraordinaire, until the sheriff of Dublin knocked me up and wouldn't support me in any way. So he set up the ultimate abortion, accused me of witchcraft and killing his baby. So they hung me until I strangled. Then the rope gave way and I slipped into their raging bonfire.
Just one death and you become a murder ghost?
I got promoted. Years after they killed me, some Irish tabloid claimed they found the bodies of 5 men in my brothel. Naturally, they blamed me. So now that I'm a serial killer in everyone's eyes, the boss set me up with this position.
Amazing how he just believes anything the living say about us. No investigations, no gathering of the facts. He didn't even ask us. Just, you're a horrible mass murderer, so boom, go be a murder ghost.
The more killers he has under his ranks, the easier his job is. Even if he's got to cheat to draft us. This never gets easier.
Nope. I was a farmer, that's all. Had 2 kids, did my best for them. I lost my hand by accident on the job, not because some villager cut it off while I was busy being a werewolf. I never killed anyone. But since the boss hired me, I've lost count of all the murders.
Screams.
All the begging for one more day, hour, minute.
I didn't deal in death. I dealt in life. Love. Yes. That love only lasted 30 minutes at a time, but it was still love. He was happy, she was happy, we all were. But the sheriff wasn't, and because of that, I had to go.
Maybe we don't do this.
They'll know, and they'll hurt us. We can't feel pleasure, but we sure can feel pain.
Peter nods in agreement.
Then they'll just get someone else to off these kids. They'll probably torture our living relatives, too. So what if they're my 6th cousin 15 times removed? Still family. These kids are not.
Right. You first.
No, you first.
No, you first.
No, you first.
Play. I wonder how long they did that for. Did they ever murder those kids?
Ate a baby.
Or
14.
I'm wondering if the young adults were actually like ghost hunters. They just waited for them to have their argument. We'll just have an orgy first. No big deal.
No, I've never seen an episode of Ghost Hunters that turned into an orgy. But
I don't know.
they cut that stuff out. Oh, sorry.
They
Ghost
really can't.
Adventure.
I was going to say they can't be on that. I don't know. What a life. Anyway, thank you so much for reading that. And thank you to Jeff for writing it. Let's keep these plays spooky, people, because the more spooky plays you write, the more we can read for our submissions for our Spooky One Act Festival. Just make sure you're in Western New York, because that's what we do. Live theater from Western New York. So, all right. Got any last names to read, Emily?
I sure do. One last time. Let me read off these wonderful names that help make all of these things and more possible. So we have Alexander Gazenmueller, Alyssa Grace Adams, Ariella Lusterman, Brian Shearer, Chris Barker, Chris Bernard, David Wysocki, Barry Howell, Deanna Hariluk, Doug Singer, Elizabeth Pope, Emily Bystrak, Emma English, Jillian Burley, J.P. DiGennaro, Juliet Edwards, Catherine Swebka, Kayla Ruman, Kelly Booth, Christy Henderson, Lauren Walford, Leslie Lusterman, Lori Mara, Pete Sheldon, Ryan Henberger, Sarah Emmerling, Sarah Henderson, Scott Seiferts, Sean Cheeky, Lexi St. Blair, Steve Hattrick, Susan Miles, Wayne Conover, Zach Hattrick, and Gavin Gray.
Ooh, spooky. I don't know why I did anyway, thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next month, right next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
1 second.
Caleb,
Get out of here. Bye.